Everyone says the problem is Bruce Arians, but to me, as a Bucs fan, it's definitely not him. He built the team. He got us this amazing defense. And if Vita Vea didn't get hurt, who knows what would happen? Our pass rush would be phenomenal, and we'd be on another level. He brought in Todd Bowles, who made the defense incredible, got us these cornerbacks, these young, speedy quarterbacks. He brought in Shaq, an unseen talent. Him and his coaching staff were a great hire for the Bucs, and firing him will be awful. And on the offensive side, he made a big difference too. He made Ronald Jones a bust. Everyone thought, oh, he's a bust. He had a horrible first season. He couldn't catch the ball. He was horrible. He made Ronald Jones at least a top 10 running back in the league now. And I think in yards, he's top 5. So he could very much end up making the Pro Bowl. And he made Chris Godwin go into another level. He made Chris Godwin become a Pro Bowler. And that's just some of the things that Bruce Arians did. That's just the biggest things he did. And firing him would be a huge mistake. And I don't know why the media says his pride is getting in his way. The only reason he came back from retirement is because he wanted to win a Super Bowl. And now you're telling me his pride is getting in the way? That's ridiculous. So I made a pie chart. And the offensive line is 40% of the blame. And then I have Tom Brady being 35% of the blame. And Brian Leftwich and Bruce Arians being 25% of the blame. No, mostly Brian Leftwich being part of the blame of the 25%. The offensive line, to be fair, Ali Marpet was injured, but Donovan Smith, he's a horrible left tackle. He's getting overpaid. He's getting $50 million a year while he's letting up players in less than a second and having to run and catch up to them. Your left tackle can't even hold a block, and the left ends are supposed to be the best rushers in the league. There's nothing you can do. Brady, I could see at the end of the game, he was like, oh gosh, I gotta throw this, and then he tried to get back to Chris Jones, wouldn't sack him. You could see it at the end of the game. He's old. He's hurting in his back. He's not like Big Ben. You can take sack after sack. Really, the offensive line doesn't improve. The Bucs are not going to go anywhere. The reason I'm saying Tom Brady is because he's old. His arm isn't like it used to be. He's not in his prime. It's not Randy Moss, Tom Brady. Because if it was, we would be 10-2. And Brady's missing open throws. Time's catching up to him. And he's having to force the ball because the offensive line isn't being good at all. Also, Brady is calling his own plays. It's not Arians. It's not Leftwich. It's him who's calling the plays. So don't go saying Arians is calling the worst plays ever. It is Brady who's calling those plays, and Bucs just run it. So what are you supposed to say? No to the greatest quarterback of all time? No. Brady likes his plays, the Arians plays, but it's just he's not as good as he used to be. And I say Bruce Arians and Brian Leftwich because in run more suited plays, like go over Brady, help him read the defense better because he's not reading it right, I've heard. And get a better system for him. Like, mix it up. What they did towards the end of the game and came back from 17-0, that was a perfect thing. They were mixing it up. They were throwing 10-yard passes, 4-yard, whatever. They were mixing it up. 10-yard, 20-yard. Gronk got a bomb. Evans got a bomb. They were mixing it up so the Chiefs couldn't predict them. And that's what they were doing a lot of the Saints game. Trying to throw deep. Nothing happened. Not enough time. With the Leftwich, Arians, and Brady, they said to switch it up. Run something more suitable for Brady, because Brady is still good. He has the accuracy. He can thread the needle right into that one spot, and all three of them are going to have to really cooperate and get the best plays for Brady. If they're 20 or 30-yard passes, whatever they are, you switch up the offense, and that's really one of the problems. How can the Bucks fix the O-line? They can't really do much. All they can do is practice and help the players get better and hold up the line. That's really all they can do right now while the season is going. And I think they'll be taking another lineman in the draft next year. And for Tom Brady, he's getting old. So the beginning of the year, he was tearing it up. He was unbelievable. But now he's getting tired. So this bye week should help him. And the Bucs should really just focus on him being better on reading the defenses and just resting so he can have his arm back and better. And that's really all the Bucs can do to help the Bucs. And for the offense, I just said it with Leftwich, Arians, and Brady. I'll do a quick sum now. The Bucs need to be unpredictable. They need to switch up their offense, go for 10-yard passes sometimes, 20-yard passes, and then a bomb. They just need to be unpredictable, and they can fix the offense. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications as we try to get to our 15 sub goal.